Bang. What's going on, man? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to episode 5. Movie Buff Banter. KP. Where is he this night? He's here. Dino. How you going, man?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm very good, man. You know,
Good, bro.
I'm more with my wits since the last time I saw you. On the weekend.
No hangover?
No, I didn't actually. You know why? Because I saw Jess start drinking later in the night, so I stopped drinking, like you said, because it was. I felt like it was doing nothing, and I was happy. I was really happy with obviously doing Van Damme moves on the dance floor and shit. So I just stopped, and
Yeah, we drank enough to the point where we thought we were we're in time
we thought we
as
were in
prof.
Timecop. Well, you know, it's so funny talking about it. Before we get into it, it's like
Uh,
every time we either do something a bit, like drink or whatever, we end up reenacting Van Damme moves. So
yeah,
this is coming beautiful. Van Damme,
that's our thing, man.
that's our thing. Yeah, exactly. So
Alcohol
Van,
makes some people aggressive or happy. It
oh
turns
yeah,
us into Van Damme.
yeah. So my brother's in the chat. He says yes. He's like loving it.
What's up, bro?
Yeah, Chris. So but yeah, he was like Chris was like at the end of the night. He hadn't even been drinking. He was just falling asleep on a chair. So, but yeah. Anyway, what else, man? How have you been since last week? Before we get into this.
Since last week we saw them. I've seen the movie. Obviously, I had to refresh my memory.
Yeah.
Just get you know catch up on it and just remember a few of the funny scenes. And did I watch anything else? I watched Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, eyes
Random
wide shut.
movie,
Yeah.
really random because of all the Epstein stuff and
Yeah, yeah,
all the
yeah.
weird stuff I've heard about it. And there's that whole Illuminati sort of vibe to it.
Yeah.
It's different. Didn't love it, but it was alright.
You know what movie might get like thick traction? Like you said, since that, all that shit's
Yeah.
happened and we mentioned it the other week. We said it's actually a wicked thriller. It's 8 millimeter.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's a good one.
It is a good
That
one,
would.
man. Yeah, it would. It would be good.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so obviously, topic of the night is Time Cop. One of we've done Arnie, we've done Stallone, we haven't done Bruce Willis yet, but now we're going Van Damme. Like, it's the trio of the 80s, 90s, isn't it? These
Oh
Stallone,
yeah.
Arnie, Van Damme. Why we chose it. Listen, why did you put we spun a wheel last week? Why it was one of your choices? Why did we put it on the wheel? Do you know what's the
Um, I don't know. Like there's a few Van Damme classics, and I just thought we've spoken about it a few times, so I thought stuff it. I'll just throw that in there.
yeah.
It would be a funny one to chat about as well because um, I don't know. It's a good movie. I just feel like there's some you know Van Damme moments that
Oh,
would be funny to
absolutely.
talk about.
Absolutely, man. I think it's spot on. Listen, there's a poll tonight up. I don't know if everyone can see it. Says is Time Cop uh Van Damme's best movie? Yes.
Ooh,
Or maybe, nah, he's got better, etc. So please get
I
in
might
that.
vote on that one.
Yeah, you got to vote in that one. You got to vote in that
Yeah,
one.
did it.
So
Did it.
um, there's that. Profex reckons Bloodsport is the best. So he loves. He's older, man. He's
Oh man, that's the classic.
Bloodsport is the classic Van Damme movie. It's like so
Can't go wrong.
you can't listen. Whatever. There's so many bits in it. It's like borderline comedy, borderline action. That's why I love it. But that's in my eyes. That's what a lot of these 80s, 90s action movies are. They're like Commando. They're like Total Recall. They're action sci-fi, but they're fucking funny too, man. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah. Unintentionally funny.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So and the one-liners, like even Van Damme does a few of them in this, like Arnie does. Just little. He
Yeah.
pops these little, which wasn't really his sort of thing. Maybe it started getting traction in these
Yeah.
later movies like that. Um, but yeah, listen, we had to do a Van Damme movie. We put it on the wheel. We will spin the wheel again tonight, so stay for that. The movie, I'll go through a quick synopsis of it like we always do. So 1994 Timecop. So by 94, man, I mean, by 94 he was a bona fide star, wasn't he, by then, really?
Yeah, I think that was probably like this had probably catapulted him to like up there, right?
Yeah, I
I
think
would
so.
say.
Well, yeah. So like, I mean, you think
I
about it,
mean, I
like
don't have it in front of me.
Bloodsport is like 80. I think Bloodsport came out the year I was born, like 85 or something like that. You know, like it's old. Kickboxer. You know, Wrong
Yeah,
Bet. I think Wrong
yeah.
Bet might have even come out before this. So like, he had
Yeah.
some. You know, he was a star by now. Like Chris is saying, absolutely, he was a star by then. So
Oh, 100%. No, he had a whole bunch before, but I'm just
yeah,
thinking
I
in
think this
the
was the
time I
one
was
that's.
him becoming like the super action,
Well,
superstar,
I
action star,
think I
whatever.
think with this movie, like obviously we're here to talk about him and all that. I think it was with the time, mid 90s, that people were trying to
Mm.
do sci-fis. So Van Damme
Yeah.
was never really a sci-fi, not really a gun-toting type of guy, was he? He was more kicking ass with his hands and feet. That's how he was.
Yeah, his
Um,
signature was the splits
the splits
and,
and the roundhouse kick, you know. And then this
that's
movie had
correct.
him using guns and obviously traveling through time. But it was the
Mm.
time, wasn't it? They wanted a sci-fi movie, and people obviously loved them at the time. But listen, quick thing of it, you know, obviously, Cass, Van Damme, his wife is played by Mia Sara. Listen, Ron Silver, I know him. Bruce McGill, I know him. That guy that's his like in charge of him, the captain, plays Matizak. Listen, it's not. I think I was saying this to Jess. The thing about these movies back in the day was these directors, whatever, they got their star, and then it was, you know,
Shit.
yeah, no, put it bluntly,
Yeah,
you know,
it's not, you don't really have like a good. I mean, there's a couple known actors, but there's no
yeah,
one other than the Ron Silver guy who.
yeah,
Yeah,
and his
he was
captain,
big.
I know was in like Last Boy Scout and that. He was like an '80s
Yeah,
actor.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was, you know, he was
He's
like,
always one of the cops or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. So,
Mm.
but listen, it's got 6 out of 10 on IMDb. Director, um, Peter Hyams. Writers, Mark Verheiden and Mike Richardson. And you got a bit of trivia about this movie, don't you, man? Time Cop. Where's it from?
Oh, so I think originally it was a comic from Dark
Comic?
Horse. Dark Horse,
I
yeah,
love
a
Dark
comic.
Horse comics. Dark Horse is Spawn and all
Yeah.
that. I love Dark Horse.
Is it? Yeah, and I think it originally was set in South Africa. And
Yep.
I don't know the story or whatever about
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
comic or what the actual story was, but that's what they pulled them from the movie. I think it was like a 3 issue series, so it was only a short sort of
Short story,
release,
something.
this
Yeah.
short comic, and yeah, they somehow rewrote it to fit Van Damme and all
Well,
that kind of crap.
like Dark
But the
Horse
story's
back in the
completely different,
yeah, okay. Like
apparently.
Dark Horse back in the day was very like, listen, it was not competing with DC's and Marvels, and then Todd McFarlane left DC, I believe, at the time, or I don't know if he was with DC or Marvel. I can't remember because he's been with all of them, and he created Spawn, and it set Dark
Yeah,
Horse like Dark Horse just took off, but Dark Horse was always known for being like
the Dark Horse.
violent comics, like yeah, the Dark
Yeah.
Horse exactly, but they were violent. Spawn would like, he fucking fuck people up every issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like killers, really.
It's a
So
shame. It's a shame they didn't make a better Spawn movie. That was pretty bad.
it
The
was,
original.
but
Terrible.
how they redo it, they can do it. That can be a good movement. Spawn could be so good. It's such a good.
They're saying Jamie Foxx for the next one, but I don't know whether that turns out or not. I
The
don't know.
star of that movie, I know we're off script for a second, was what's his name, Leguizamo as Violator.
Michael
He
J.
was
White.
no, but the star of
Oh,
that actual
James
movie
Bond.
was the villain. Him, Leguizamo played the Violator
Yeah,
so good.
yeah.
He's this skinny
Yeah.
Italian dude, and he's playing this, and he was wicked at it. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway, back to Time Cop. Obviously, what we've said. What genre does it fall in? It's an action sci-fi, isn't it? It's not a martial arts movie. This one, is it? I mean, it does it,
Yeah,
but
action sci-fi. Yeah.
It's an action sci-fi in it. So
Yeah.
listen, the plot summary. I'll read you what their plot is, and then we'll give our views. Max Walker, an officer for a security agency that regulates
Before you
time
say
travel.
anything, Max Walker is the worst fucking name for
For
Van
Van
Damme.
Damme. I know.
As soon as they actually, I think is the chief says, Max, where the hell have you been? Or they say something like Max, okay, and then they call him, they say his last name. I'm like, dude,
yeah.
he doesn't look like a fucking Max Walker. Come on.
I know.
It's like one of those generic like superhero or
Well,
action fucking names.
Are you into The Simpsons?
Yeah, I have.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever seen that
one.
episode? Have you ever seen that? No, the older ones. Have you ever seen that episode where Homer changes his name to Max Power?
Yes,
And the guy goes,
Max Power,
the guy goes, "Hey, nice name," and he goes, "I got it from a hairdryer." That's what Max Walker's like.
I haven't seen that in a year. I haven't seen The Simpsons.
Old Simpsons were the best. I'm with you on that. But anyway, Max Walker, an officer for a security agency that regulates time travel, must fend for his life against a shady politician who's intent on changing the past to control the future, which, we go on to see, etc. Listen, we say cast highlights every week, but like we said, with these movies, you've pretty much one star and that's it. So he's sort of the highlight.
And in Van Damme's case, sometimes it's 2 stars, but of the same star. Like,
it's like
how many times has he played himself in every fucking Van Damme movie?
Oh yeah,
There's always a double Van Damme.
Oh yeah.
It's
absolutely.
like he goes to the he always like has a script and he's like, listen, what
Can
will
you get
make
me
this
in
movie
more?
better? 2 Van Dammes. It's like every single Van Damme movie is 2 Van Dammes.
I was saying it to Jess. Jess is watching it with me, and I'm like, we're watching it. I'm like, and the scene comes up with his wife, and I'm like, look at it, like they got to put a sex scene in. I go, but it's not. I go, it's actually to show Van Damme's body.
Yeah,
I go, he puts it in the script. You got to show my abs, and it's like,
it's like you always see Van Damme's ass in one of these movies.
Absolutely. Like in Bloodsport, you see him doing his thing. When he gets up, like. Yeah. But when he gets up and he's like with the G-string thing.
Even in this, they have that sex scene, and it pans up, and you see like half of his crack of his ass.
Yeah. You don't
even see the girl. It's just him on top of it. It's like
that's right. Van Damme puts that in the scripts. 100%, he puts that in the scripts. But
yeah.
Listen, the box office at the time, you said something to me that this was actually his highest grossing movie. Is that?
I think it was.
That's a stat, yeah.
And I feel like this was like his. I mean, if you look at his his movies, I think this was the last like big one that he did, and then it just went downhill.
What year was Universal Soldier? Was it before this?
It's before this, yeah. Because
it was 2 years before.
After this, he does. In the same year, whether it was before or after, was Street Fighter, which was terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
And then Sudden Death, which is great.
I love Sudden Death.
Yeah, that's. I think Sudden Death's better than this, but
yeah, I agree.
Right, and then he does, and then this is where it starts going downhill. He does The Quest, which he.
What about was it Maximum Risk? Where was that? That was
Maximum Risk as well. That was like not a great movie. It was okay.
It wasn't great.
And then it goes to Double Team, Knockoff.
Double Team,
Universal Soldier, The Return, and it's all these shitty movies, and then he just
Double
Team. He had if you really look at his like history of movies, he had like a little run from
of course, yeah.
But it wasn't like like as big as Arnie or Stallone.
No way.
It was like 4 or 5 movies that were Van Damme, like great movies, and then it's just like.
So you probably think because Universal Soldier, in my opinion, you probably think that was so good that's why this one did so good in the box office because it came out after that. It was like, oh yeah, you know.
Probably.
So
yeah, it was getting there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So listen, we've said that it was highest grossing movie in that. So when you watch, Timecop, what are your like? What are your reactions? What's your initial reaction to Timecop? What you said to me cracks me up. That's my reaction. That his name's Max Walker. That cracks me up.
Oh man, like listen, like when I saw this like I remember I could have been maybe I would have been like 14 or 13.
Yeah, probably.
And I remember physically going to Atlantic Video, which was, the closest video
Yeah,
store
yeah, yeah,
where I used to live, big video
yeah.
store. And my dad, would drive us there and we'd go around, walk around, look at all the presented tapes, which is an experience. I used to love that shit, man.
Oh, so did
And I
I.
remember picking up like Timecop off the shelf, taking it home. And as a kid watching, I was like, I love that. I love Van Damme.
Oh
I
yeah, I
love
love him.
most of those action stars, of the 90s. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
um, I loved it, man. I was a martial arts fan
Yeah, me too. I'm love it.
and Van Damme fan. So, it was awesome as a kid. But after I used to, watch it religiously for years.
Ah, all the
But
time.
yeah, after watching it, after what 15 years or so, it's like a bit, bit shit.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
like
you,
you, I think when you watch these movies, you got to watch them with your '94 head on.
Oh no, I still do. I like. I'm not looking at and picking it because I know it's obviously it is what it is, of the time.
Yeah,
But
of course.
I can laugh at a lot of this shit that's in it now as I'm
But
older.
I think when I go back and watch Time Cop, listen, I still love it, like you're saying. Like, I love Van Damme, I love Arnie and all that, but I don't think Time Cop holds up like as well as Total Recall, like we watched. You know what I mean? It's like or Universal Soldier. I think Universal
Right.
Soldier, you're still watching like this fucking like wicked. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
But
It's a better movie
yeah,
and better. I mean, yeah. I feel like the acting in this movie is very bad.
yeah, I agree because I that's what I said before. I think
Even
they got
yeah,
Van Damme, not just the acting. I think everything. You know, like the green screens and that. You can see them; they're not good. It's like they've wasted their money
yeah.
on Van Damme. You know, and then but
Yeah, the
whatever.
script is
Listen,
real. Like if you sit there and listen to the way they're interacting between each other,
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
real paper thin like
yeah. Of
script. It's like, hey,
course,
how are you? I am good, Max. Don't it's real, real basic, like real basic script, man.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know. That's why I found it hilarious. So
I
whatever.
listen.
You just don't look at it for the bloody script. It's about the action and the
No,
funny
no.
fun parts.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, and Jamar says, "Hey lads, how you going, Jamar?"
And
I think because they were going down that route, and I think they didn't have like the sci-fi, etc., and they didn't have maybe the budget. Listen, I don't know. I don't think it was choreographed when he did the martial arts as good as his other movies either. It didn't see, for him, it just didn't seem as. But
yeah.
listen, that's nitpicking
There's a few,
anyway. But
there are a few scenes we'll talk about, but
yeah,
you can tell that the budget maybe wasn't as big as
W-
they wanted it to be.
there's one I think when he goes back in time, with when he gets the new partner, right? The girl,
Hmm.
and they go back in
Yeah,
time and
yeah,
they're walking, and you can see it's this green screen, but it looks terrible. Like they're walking, it's like it does not look
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's like,
Actually, yeah.
um,
There's actually one. There's one scene where I thought, "Fuck, that was done well," and I think it had to be a green screen.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
probably my favorite like part of like effects where he's he goes in time and he's in the middle of the road
yeah, yeah.
and the
And then he does, yeah,
truck's
that's
behind him and then he just
yeah, yeah,
ducks. That was actually done really well.
yeah. I
I
agree.
thought that
That's
was
done
really
well.
good.
Chris says, "See you,
You
boys.
know,
Have to eat. See you, man."
shit, bro.
Yeah, I
Enjoy.
agree. That bit's done really good. I agree.
That was actually really good. But things like where the two bad guys sort of
It's
you know
terrible effects, wasn't it? And they melt. But it's just like, they could have
the
done something,
blob
couldn't they? Like I'm sure
that
you
was
could have
pretty
done. You
bad.
could have done something better on Canva than that.
Fuck, that was horrible, man. That was probably
But
the worst thing. That was the worst probably effect in the
yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah. Listen,
But
I, I semi made Jess watch it because she was laying next to me on the couch and she was on her phone and then
yeah,
just peeping. And like, scenes like to us, like what you said, we've seen it so many times and it's always going to be that nostalgia in that to us. But I do believe I said to you before, if they redid Time Cop now with whoever, I don't know,
mm,
whatever, just get a good actor and they had some budget and a good director, I think it could
mm,
be an absolute hit. I think this, and even if they kept the same sort of story and just changed a few things, I think
yeah,
Time Cop could be like an awesome hit because it's like it's actually a really good story. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, look, like some of the things weren't even explained. I understand people were going back in time and
Yeah, yeah.
you know killing people to make money or whatever the hell they were doing, but like, how were they going back? Like, was there another machine or something? Like they
Yeah, well,
mentioned
they do
something.
they do say that because he says his director, he's like, oh, it's at this, and he goes, they
Yeah,
never dismantled it, but it's just like you don't even
yeah,
catch it. You don't even catch it
yeah,
that
yeah.
it's
You don't even
you know,
see it. You don't. They're
nah, nah,
just
nah.
using it. Yeah, that was a bit weird. There was definitely a lot of plot holes, man. Like a lot of
Well,
weird things.
well, that's right. That's the thing I was going to say. You know, you got some like plot holes like that. Like, you know, when he goes back and he gets his first so-called partner, right? He goes back and gets him, takes him
Hmm.
back, and then they go, yeah, he's sentenced to death, and then it cuts to him just falling again and like he's committed suicide, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
what did they do? Did they put him back in the machine and send him so he could fall there? Like,
Like they must have.
yeah, they
Like
had to have,
that
of
was
course.
the weird thing because do you remember where Van Damme like presses the button when they're
Yeah, yeah,
falling and then they come back?
yeah.
You see the security guard's reactions like
Like having a
Jesus,
heart
Mother
attack.
of
Yeah,
Mary,
yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
he says, and then you cut forward where they put him back through it.
And he's completely
He
forgot.
cuts the security guard and he's like, "Poor bastard" or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
did they fall? Did they go back to where he was just before Van Damme was out the
Yeah,
window and pressed
exactly.
it? Like, did
That's what
they
I'm
just go back a
assuming.
little bit so the security guard didn't see it like that? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was a bit weird.
Well, it's like when even when he goes back at the end, right? Like we said, listen, there's always going to be holes in the plot when it's a time travel movie and that, but it's like
Hmm.
his missus is going to remember that she saw two Van Dams,
Yeah,
you know, later on. Like,
yeah.
but listen,
So,
whatever, you know, it's
here's a few. All right. First one, she saw the future Van Damme, right
yeah,
in the past.
where he
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just before you say anything, that hairdo, the mullet he's got as the future
yeah,
Van Damme
yeah.
should have won an Oscar by itself.
That's clear.
I got to
I
just.
love
I go.
that.
Surely he got that permed, and she's like, "Oh yeah,
That hair,
had
that
to." I
hair is
go,
awesome.
yeah, it's the
Actually, it
best.
suits him.
It does.
Um, and then yeah, so she meets future Van Damme, and then they go through all that shit. She sees she's with the younger one still,
Younger one.
obviously,
Yeah,
whatever. So then like this is going straight to the end of the movie. Just before they leave the house, the whole house explodes to fucking a million pieces, right?
yeah, yeah,
Then at the end, he comes back. He's back at the police station, whatever. Then he drives his shitty future car, which is a
yeah.
fucking
Which is
terrible future car.
2004.
Yeah, I think that's from another movie, by the way. I don't know where they
Has
got
to
it
be,
from, but
man. Has to
they
be.
re they redone they reused
Has
it
to
from some
be.
other movie. Um, and then they rock up. He rocks up home, and he's like, "What the hell? The house is back to normal. The
Yeah,
house is put
yeah, yeah,
together. It's just a
yeah,
bit older." I'm like,
yeah,
"How the fuck is the house back when it blew up in the past? It should be
yeah,
like
yeah.
not the same house." And the kid runs out, which is fine, because she was pregnant. And then she's like, "Oh, so how was work?" It's like, the day was gonna come where he was coming back from that day,
That time. That's right.
and it was just like the
Like
past
nothing.
didn't exist.
Yeah, like you forgot that you saw two Van Dams and
Yeah,
whatever.
it was
And
really weird. Like
yeah, yeah,
fucking,
oh
I don't
yeah,
know,
oh
just
yeah.
ended a
So
bit fucking
it
stupid.
did. Listen, like I said, like it could have had, but it's got, like we said, listen, it's got potential if they ever, like we said, they made.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
we're talking
yeah,
about it. They remade Total Recall, right, and they killed it. Like, but Time Cop is one they could do and get it
yeah,
right,
yeah.
in my opinion. So
There's a good base there, like a solid
yeah,
like idea.
yeah, like because it doesn't actually need Time Cop doesn't need a Van Damme doing martial arts. It just needs it could have, like we've said, it could have the Reacher guy or John Bernthal. It could have anyone like that. That's just an action guy,
Yeah.
like it's um. But so what's Dino's favorite scene? And then what's your favorite scene and what's the worst scene you reckon?
Actually,
Remember
let's
what my
start with
brother
you.
said?
You guys ask me. You ask me first.
Uh,
What's your
uh,
favorite scene?
I actually love the first scene. That's got nothing to do with Van Damme when they're in 19, whatever it is, 1890 Georgia, and the horses
Oh
pull
yeah,
up, and they're like,
yeah,
man, you better move her. And it's like, you think this guy's a cowboy as well. You don't even know what's going on the first time you've seen it. And then he's just got fucking
yeah,
Uzis and he's like, well, actually,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think they did that really well. And it's like the first scene,
Yeah,
which like ties you in as an adult. You're watching, like you're thinking, well, how the fuck has this guy got Uzis?
yeah.
Besides the fact that the title's called Timecop, but you
Do you
know,
feel like there should have been more of that? Like you were showing us that you can go that far back,
yeah,
and like if you think about it, like these guys are going back. The coppers, this that whole thing is made, like that whole police station, time cop
yeah,
station is made to prevent all this shit. But these
yeah,
people are still going back and altering the future, like
yeah, yeah,
constantly.
yeah,
Like, anything. That guy's, gambling or whatever he's doing, he's checking the stock
yeah.
markets, and
The stock
that's
markets, yeah,
altering shit all the time. So you're telling me
of
every time he
course,
goes back, something's changed.
that's
Every
right.
time something would have changed.
Well, because it's not
But like,
like
why would you even like have to police that? Why even? You
that's right.
shouldn't
It's
even
not.
be able to
Well,
time travel, man.
it's not. It's not like, let's say, Back to the Future, right? Back to the Future is the
Yeah,
original time travel movie, but
yeah,
in Back to the Future, there's one time machine,
that's
and
right.
he
Yeah,
and he keeps fucking up things of his own life, not like. And obviously,
yeah,
Back to
yeah,
the Future too, Biff steals it and that, but there's only one machine, like you're saying. There's only one event that's like
yeah. That's
he's just
right.
trying
You
to
can't
save
time
his.
travel
He's
that.
just trying to save Marty McFly being born, But this
Well, is
one
there
is
only one machine, or is there two at one point in number two?
in number two. Biff steals it. That's what happens while they're in the
Yeah,
coffee
but then
shop.
after he has, but then Michael J. Fox has to go back and get the old one, doesn't he?
That's right. He goes back and he's like, "Duck, we got to," and it's like it's
Or is
just,
there two time
but
machines or one?
I don't know. But you get what I mean. There's the first movie. There's one, and it's like
Well, no, technically there's two because when he
there
comes back,
is. By number two,
but the
there
other one's
is.
stored. The other one's
That's
stored somewhere
right.
else. Yeah, yeah,
That's
that's
right.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So, but you get what I mean. Like even in that
yeah,
one, that's the best time travel movie I think, but that's got
yeah.
holes in the plot. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
yeah,
100%,
I
yeah.
really think the first scene is wicked, just for the fact that it's Van Damme. I love the scene with the read it Wolverine between the lines.
Oh, yeah.
It's because of the and I love when he electrocutes the guy and he does the splits to electrocute him. That's
Forty
that's
thousand
just
volts, motherfucker.
yeah, that's just like to me that's vintage Van
Yeah,
Damme. He had to do the splits while he
yeah.
jumped to electrocute him. To me, that's
Okay,
just
here's a movie. Here's a movie fact for you. So, um, apparently, when they filmed that scene, um, that was actual real electricity
really,
going through. Yeah, a
yeah, yeah,
current going through that in that
yeah, yeah,
water. So they had to time him jumping up and doing the split, so he didn't actually get electrocuted.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it
There
was
you
real.
go. There you
Yeah,
go.
they had to time it a few times, and because he was so good at doing it, I'm sure he had to
Yeah,
pick a
yeah.
few takes.
Well,
But that was real.
listen, that's the thing about Van Damme. I think you don't see a Van Damme movie without seeing the splits.
Yeah,
There's three things for me: seeing the splits, a
yeah,
roundhouse kick, and seeing
yeah.
him get knocked on the floor and doing the backflip up onto his feet. You don't see a Van Damme movie without those three
Does
things.
he do that in this?
Yeah, in that scene, he does it like he's fighting someone in the house at the end. Like in
Yeah,
not
okay.
that scene, sorry, at the end, and the guy hits him down. And he goes, he flips back up, and it's like,
Going back to the house scene, the part where he's fighting the bloke with a knife.
yeah, that's what I
All
think's
right.
the worst scene. I think that's the fight bit there because the guy goes like this. He goes, he's doing all these moves, and Van Damme's just like this. And it's
Yes,
just
but it's the same. What they do the blood sport thing where they cut it like fucking 50 times through the
exactly that's what I'm
same shot,
saying.
and
So
basically he's like, and he's
yeah,
holding it, and the guy's just hitting the same knot like the knife. Like, dude, he's
exactly.
not doing anything.
So
Just stab him.
listen, there is those best scenes, but I think that actual just
Uh,
that bit, that whatever that is, that
it
10
looks
second
okay,
bit,
but it's terrible.
yeah,
It looks
and
okay.
other than that, like a bit of
What's
the
the best
like.
action scene? Is that the best action scene?
Uh,
Because the action in this movie isn't like great.
no,
Like if you really
it's not as
break
full
it
on.
down,
No, no,
no, it's
it's
more
either
about
that.
the
It's more about the
the
story, really. Yeah.
yeah the biggest action scene was probably. I mean,
What about when?
the ending's not too bad. No, the
What about the
ending's
bit
okay.
when they go back and
Yeah,
the partner betrays him? Is
yeah, they're
there's
in
a bit
that
of action
warehouse
there?
thing.
Yeah, in the warehouse.
Yeah,
Um, listen,
and
and
that, and that same he kills that same guy again, but with like
yeah,
the what's it called, deep freeze, whatever it is.
yeah, like, and he cuts his arm off, and he's like, "What does he say to her?" He's like, "It's like that." That to
Yeah,
me
what
is like,
does
it's
he
just
say there?
no, but you know what I mean. That's like where he was like, I think that's where he was doing things to try
Yeah,
be like Arnie there. You know,
yeah, yeah,
like Total Recall without, hey, see you at the party, Victor. You know, that was
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's trying to
Yeah,
compete
no,
with
all these
those.
guys had one-liners, man. Even Stallone, I reckon, would
Of
have had a
course they
few.
did. Of course he did. Stallone to me had the yell. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
his. He's always had to have like yeah, he had to have a battle cry. Even in Cliffhanger, everything he's got it, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah. So what about you? Best scenes, worst scene?
I just think the acting was fucking horrendous.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
every scene,
yeah,
just
yeah,
not
yeah.
good, very bad. But
I think the ones with his captain were really bad. You know, the interactions of them
yeah,
talking to
man,
each other. I
because they
don't
were
know
like trying
why.
to they were trying to have banter between them, and it was
Yeah,
just like, I mean, I thought it was like fine, but like yeah,
yeah.
it was really
But I remember that guy is Bruce
yeah.
Willis's captain or whatever in Last Boy Scout, and he's a way better actor than that. But in that movie, you see him with Bruce Willis, and he's
I'm
like
telling you, it was
good.
just the script, and
That's what I
Van
mean. It's
Damme's like
this,
shit actor.
yeah, exactly. Leave that devil alone, man. All
Yeah.
right?
I love him. I actually love the
Oh,
guy.
oh, you love it.
Good.
So what's the best scene? What's your favorite best scene then? What?
I would say the end. I would say the end,
Yeah,
and the parts where he goes back and he sees his wife. You know, I always like when they cross over in those time movies where he
yeah,
sees
yeah,
his younger self and then he runs up, hides, and he can see them
yeah,
meeting
yeah,
up and
yeah,
all that.
yeah. Like when he
That's
goes to
pretty
the
cool.
mall and that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I like all that stuff. But the best action, I'd say, probably the ending where the young and old Van Damme are fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
The bad dudes.
What?
The
What?
guy who's walking around, the future guy who's walking around with the shin pads and shit like that. Yeah, he
And
looks
he's
like an
just
idiot.
he's getting
It's
himself.
like, yeah,
It's like someone out of a manga fucking movie. Or
it
something.
does. It's
Yeah,
like if you saw that guy walking around, you're like, come on, man, like, what the fuck are you wearing?
yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So we've said, like we've talked about plot holes, weak moments, like
Yeah.
best scenes, etc. If you're gonna give Time Cop a rating, right, out of
Mm.
10, what are you giving it? Where are you putting it on Van Damme's Mount Rushmore? And like, who are you recommending it to? Like, what's is it just like I said, Jess watched it and hated it, and she didn't even watch it, or is it just
Yeah,
for
man.
people like us? Is it just for
Yeah.
people like us that have already seen it? Can you show it to like someone that hasn't seen it and they'll
No,
like
I
it? Like,
reckon. I think like your general like you get those people that love cheesy action movies.
yeah,
They'll like it.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
like any Van Damme movie. You're not watching it for the fucking. You're not watching it for the acting. You're just watching
No,
it for just the fun. They're all fun movies.
hey man, what's
But
his name? What's his
Ra-
name in Bloodsport? Is a wicked actor, man.
Tom Paul
No, Jackson.
Jackson's terrible.
He's in
No.
Revenge of the Nerds.
He's bad. But yeah, again, you love the character because
Of
it's just
course.
some goofy big bloke.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
give it out of 10. Are we doing the 10?
Yeah, 10. I
I
said out
would
of 10,
say,
and where do you?
yeah. Listen, I give it like I don't know. I give it a 7.
Yeah, okay. And
And I love the movie. I think it's good.
yeah, no, I agree. And you voted in the poll. What did you vote in the poll, man? Let's have a look.
I
Let's have a look at this
said
poll.
close. I said close, but not the best one.
Yeah, so 12% have said yes, it's peak Van Damme. 25% have said close, but not number one, and 62% have said no, he's got better. All right, so
Yeah, I think he has better.
all right, so we always ask this then before. Listen, I agree. I think it's about a 7 out of 10. I think if they had more money, it could have been an 8, 9 out of 10. Like I've said, like it all. I think
Yeah.
movies not always rely on their budget, but I
Yeah.
think if you've got an A-list star, like you said, he's not the best actor. You get away. You can make a crappy budget. Like Rocky. We said Rocky. Rocky 1 is a
Yeah.
Stallone was not even an actor at the time, and Rocky 1 is a masterpiece. He won an Oscar. You know what I mean? So,
Mm.
um, yeah, I'll probably get about a 7. And I say, listen, you got to recommend. I think it's got to be people like us that like those cheesy action movies, and people that maybe someone that saw it 10 years ago and hasn't watched it for years. They'll watch it and love it. They'll be like, can't believe I didn't watch that for so long.
Yeah, it's a type of movie you watch, as a kid. You love your kung fu movies. And,
Yeah,
Van Damme was just that at the time. He was like that white guy that was doing it. Like, before that, it was Bruce Lee. It was,
yeah,
Jackie Chan, and it was different. It was like he was a mix of like Arnold Schwarzenegger because he had the accent,
yeah,
and like a kung fu guy, like a
yeah.
martial artist. So
Well,
I feel like that's why he was a mixture of those guys. He
the
had the
one,
muscles, he had
yeah, well,
the kick, had the
that's the
smart
one
ass sort
thing.
of like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
one
he was
liners.
cheeky. He was cheeky.
Yeah, you don't have that anymore. We're missing
No, no,
out.
no.
We don't have those action stars
Well,
anymore. So
the one thing that I always say this, right? Like
yeah,
as a general guy, if you're watching these 1980s, 90s stars, and there was someone you actually could aspire your body to be like, it was Van Damme, because no
yeah,
one's going to look like Arnold. He was humongous. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Stallone looked weird. Van Damme's actual body for a guy,
yeah,
you could have that, and it's like the best body. Like it was.
yeah,
He looked. You imagine like that's the body a guy would want, because it's not. It wasn't too big, but it was ripped. Do you know what I mean? That
yeah,
was his
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So
Muscles from Brussels.
yeah, muscles from Brussels. Listen, and the thing about Van Damme is people always do gloss over it. I think I've seen Michael J. White. So he was actually a very good martial artist. He like had won national titles in Belgium, and so he
Yeah,
was actually very good. He wasn't like some. He was a martial artist before he was an actor. Like we say about Arnie, he was a bodybuilder before he was an actor. It's
yeah. Seagal,
um
Seagal.
yeah, yeah. Cigar is wild.
You
Well,
want?
because they
Do
they
you
they
like
want
Seagal's
they want
body?
him
Do you like
them to
Seagal's
fight, don't
body?
they? Hey,
Huh?
they
I
want
said
them to
we're talking
fight.
about Van Damme's. We're talking about Van Damme's body. What about Seagal's body?
Oh, I love his new body. I want his new body.
Every man's body.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, they want
He's a
them to do a They have always going back to the 90s. They wanted them to have celebrity boxing match,
I wish.
but
That
Cigar would
now
never do it. He would never do it because he would get
he's such
killed.
a loser. He's such a loser,
Yeah, of
man.
course he
I was
is.
watching an interview. It was actually funny enough. Earlier, I stumbled across some Seagal stuff, and fuck, that guy's a dickhead. He's
He is.
such a
He's
douche.
such a knob.
Just-
Listen, even when you watch his movies, right? Like, what's he got? Under Siege, which isn't even that great, but like, I mean, there's a couple that like.
yeah, no, I liked Under Siege. I liked Under Siege 2 was
What's the one
okay.
when he's in a coma? What's that one called?
He's in a coma.
Yeah, and he wakes up and he's just still just tough, and he's been in a coma for years and hasn't lost any muscle memory or
Not
nothing.
Time
It's
to
like
Kill or Hard
it's
to
one of
Target.
the it's one of those
Hard,
ones like hard
hard
to
to
kill,
Kill.
or
I don't
I
even
can't remember.
remember.
But anyway,
I
it's
find no, I never really liked him. I think he's a fucking idiot. But
honestly, I
no,
think Under Siege was good.
he had a couple movies, yeah.
Yeah, like, but it's if he fought any one of those guys, Michael J. White, Van Damme, he'd get destroyed. That's why I never did it.
Yeah,
It's because he'd get
yeah.
killed.
The fuck,
So,
yeah.
but anyway, so what's the Van Damme? We've done Stallone, we do Arnie,
Mount
we
Rushmore,
did
we're saying?
yeah. Last week we did the Thriller Mount Rushmore of post 2010. What's the Van Damme
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore, man?
Let me bring the list up.
Bring a list up. So, but while you're doing that, right, I got a question for you. If you were to compare, where do you put Van Damme like in list? Like, is he better than Jackie Chan movies? Are they different? Do you not compare them? Like,
I mean, I think I like him better than Jackie Chan. Not the fighting, more just
the movies?
the movies. Like Jackie Chan's always like a bit cheap. like kung fu movies. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, but that's why I think when Jackie
I
Chan,
like the fight scenes. I just don't like the
yeah,
movies.
I think when Jackie Chan came to Hollywood, like Rush Hour, and then he had money, his movies were
Yeah,
fucking wicked. But you're right, his early ones are very
they're
cheap
just
kung
real.
fu.
They're just really.
Yeah,
They're real.
they're just martial arts. They're just
Asian
yeah,
directed, and they're just a bit weird, cheap.
yeah,
But
that's
I
right.
still like them.
Yeah,
I used to love those movies.
and I
All right,
love Jackie Chan. I love him.
I would go. So it's 4 in the Mount Rushmore, isn't it?
Yeah,
Double Impact's in there.
no, it's fucking nothing. Okay, you
Mate,
can't even lie straight.
I love it. All right,
No,
Universal Soldier.
I love it. I love Double Impact too, but I know you.
Wait. Universal Soldier.
I
Hard
agree.
Target. Hard
I
Target.
take it. Why is that? Because of the upside down,
I love that.
or how he
shoots the guy.
balances on the bike,
He
and he
shoots him
kicks him?
six. Me and Theo say he shoots the guy like 500 times, and then he fucking roundhouse kicks
Well, didn't
him.
we at your poker night?
Stupidest thing.
When me and you got knocked out? Didn't we sit there on the couch and count how many times he shot him, and we still couldn't count it?
Actually, I actually have to watch it again.
We
What did I say?
We were there watching. You said Universal Soldier, Hard Target.
Yeah. You know what, man? I'm different. I like these movies better. Universal Soldier, Hard Target, Double Impact, and Sudden Death. I don't like Kickboxer. I like Bloodsport, but I don't like it as much as people.
I think Kickbox is terrible.
Yeah, it's fucking horrendous.
Kickbox is one of the worst ones.
Listen, I'll put Bloodsport in there. I'll put Bloodsport in there.
Yeah, listen. Mine is very similar.
Maybe take out Sudden Death. Maybe take it out just because, whatever. But
do you know what? I do agree with you. I really loved Double Impact. Even young, I loved it.
it was one of my favorite movies when I was younger.
Yeah,
it blew my mind when I saw that movie. I was like, "Fucking two Van Dams."
You know when he walks up. You know the first
unbelievable.
time when he walks up and then he walks behind him. I was freaking out. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah. And I, as a kid, I was like, I can't believe what the hell. How did they film that?
Yeah,
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
The first time I had seen something like that.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think that is a wicked movie. I do, but I listen. I think it's Universal Soldier. I think is on there.
Yeah.
I think I do put Bloodsport there. You got to listen.
I think you just have to do it because that was one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, you got it.
know?
And this is where I say, me and you have said this before. I'm different to you. I think Wrong Bet's on his Mount Rushmore. I love Wrong Bet. Love it.
Yes, yeah. I think that's just it's a rip-off. It's a Bloodsport.
Yeah, I know, but it was better. I reckon it's better than Bloodsport.
He has the same guys chasing him through the
Yeah, I
movie.
know, but I just reckon it was better.
He's going into a tournament, he's fighting him
I know, but I reckon they redid it and it was just better. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Whatever. If you like it, you like it. There's also Death Warrant. That was okay.
Yeah, and probably Hard Target. So me and you have changed one, but I think Double Impact's really close. I do agree.
The Timecop's not in the top 4.
No, I don't think so. Not for me. But listen, it's up there. It's good. I like it. It's still
it's on the cusp of being in the top 4.
I think if I was to add one more, for me, it would be probably Double Impact. Yeah, I think.
See, I can say I love Double Impact, but I couldn't rate it as high as Timecop. I would say Timecop's a better movie, but I love Double Impact because of the double Van Damme and the fun. It was just so much fun.
Bolo's in it, man. You know, and he looks all mean and shit. And when he bashes him and hits him against, he's like, he flicks his chest. You know.
Yeah. And the guy with the knives in his shoes.
Yeah. Listen, whatever. That's why I think it's all about preference with anything. With me and you say this about, it's like when you say, who's the best basketballer of all time, there's no right answer. It's what you believe. It's you could say LeBron, I could say Jordan, but it's just what there's actual no right answer to the best movie, the best whatever.
Man, there's so many films that I like, and my brothers and my dad or my friends are just like, dude, how the fuck do you even like this shit?
Yeah, but
it's your preference, man. It's what I like a wide variety of just anything. I don't care. I watch anything. you know.
Well, we talked about this with our friend that came back from the dead on Saturday night, Luke Perry, because we were in presence of Luke Perry.
Yeah.
And we spoke to him, and
He's back.
he's the same, but he's got like this just obscure movie knowledge of like movies that people are like, what the fuck? But like, they're funny, man. They're good. They're like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
man.
it's
Everyone, you grow up and who knows, you could have just been sitting there on a Sunday afternoon and some movies on TV, and you're the
yeah,
only one that's probably seen this, out
yeah,
of the how many people, and then you bring it up and you're like, what the fuck? Like, you guys mentioned a few movies on the week, and I'm like,
and so
how
did
the fuck
you.
haven't I heard about that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and I think when I watch these certain films, I'm like, shit, as if you haven't seen that's fucking
Yeah,
great
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But they're not like well known, like they're
No, no,
just,
no, no.
you know, they were
Well,
just straight to video, or
of
maybe they were
course.
like, they didn't live, they weren't long in theaters, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know,
Well, it's like me and Chris last week were saying we're like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a masterpiece, but it's because you grew up watching
yeah,
it. It's like
God,
no, but do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like I loved the cartoon, then I saw the movie. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
this is the
I was the
greatest thing
same.
that's ever happened in my life. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But anyway,
Too bad you can't
it's
say the same about Master of the Universe.
I even but as a kid, I loved it.
You loved it, yeah,
Like yeah, as a kid, I did because like I was like, oh, Dolph Lundgren looks like He-Man. And I was like 10 years old. I was like,
yeah,
and it was because I loved the cartoon so much. And then when I watch it later, and I'm like, it's not even the same story. But as a kid, I didn't care. I was like, oh, yeah, it's
yeah.
fucking the best.
There's
You know what
another
I
one.
mean?
Dolph Lundgren's another one. Like,
I,
he
I,
made a few good movies,
yeah,
but
I think he's
never.
fourth in the list. I think it's like Arnie, Stallone, Van Damme, him. It's like,
You think him
oh, you know what I mean?
at
If you
that?
were to
Are you
put,
saying for the period? Like,
yeah, if you were
wouldn't
to
Bruce
put
Willis
him,
be there?
I think I said that to you. I think Bruce Willis is arguably better than all of them. But Bruce Willis
Yeah,
isn't just an action actor.
yeah.
When he
He was
does,
making other films too.
he's actually the best actor out of all of them. I don't care what
Yeah,
anyone
yeah,
says. Like
yeah,
actor,
yeah,
the
yeah,
guy's
yeah. I
fucking
agree.
amazing. So
Yeah,
that's why we sort of don't, But when he
yeah. You
does
don't
action,
clump him into just an action star.
yeah. But when he does it, it's like when he does anything really, he's fucking amazing
It's
at it. It's
decent.
just
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So all right. So listen, we've said this about a few movies. There was a sequel to this
All right.
movie, but
Just
we're
before you
gonna
say anything, sorry, I just got to mention something. I'm looking at his IMDb,
yeah.
and down the bottom here, there's a movie he's in. It's called Monaco Forever, and his part in it, it says gay karate man as Van Damme. What the hell? Gay karate man.
So he's like playing an alternate version of himself in the movie as a gay karate man.
I have no idea. I've never seen this. What the
No,
fuck is
no.
this?
Chris says, "Hey
Gay
lads, I should be good for next week." Well, that's a treat for next week because whatever movie we
really?
pick, I'm going to tell you next week if Chris is good, there's going to be
Yeah.
four squares on the screen.
Ooh, secret. Is it a secret guest? Special guest?
Maybe not a secret guest because he wants to come on a lot from what he's saying on Saturday. So
Yeah, good.
there will
Chris,
be four.
no more
Yeah,
chafing, man. I'm good. No more
yeah.
chafing for me.
Just for FYI, Dino's arms are chafing.
But not the muscles from Brussels,
That's right.
but yeah,
So we say this every week, and again, it's like Dumb and Dumber. There was a sequel, but the less said about it, the better. If there,
they put
do,
the cheap action star in there instead of the
yeah.
the
So,
top end one.
do you think Timecop, like we spoke about earlier, do you think are they better off now doing a sequel to it, right, or remaking it and remaking it good?
Nah, you have to remake it. It's too far
That's what I
gone to
think.
make a proper
Yeah,
sequel.
yeah,
Like,
that's what I think.
like they did that with Universal Soldier. Remember
Yeah,
they
yeah.
they brought out the Van Damme one, and
Yeah,
then they had made some cheap ones between. One of them had Burt Reynolds in it. Do you remember that?
yeah. They
And it
made
was a
one with like
complete
some
like
shit. Yeah, it was shit.
piece of shit. And then
Wasn't
they
one
did
of
the
them Michael J.
return.
White was the main in
Yeah,
one of them as
the
well?
return one was the one that Van Damme came back. So
Yeah,
they were saying, "Oh, this is the actual sequel to number one,"
yeah.
but it
Like they
was
did with
fucking bad.
Highlander. Yeah,
Yeah, it was fucking terrible. So
yeah,
I don't know where they sort of stuffed that up. They should have just done the sequel within a couple of years. Had Van Damme in it again, not that
yeah. Of
cheap shit.
course.
But
So
It happens, anyways.
what's if you're to remake Time Cop, what's your fan casting, man? What do you do? Who's the villain? Who's Max Walker and who's
Who's Max Walker?
and
Max Walker
who's
could be. I think I think a Chris Hemsworth could be a Max Walker.
you reckon?
Chris
Yeah, I think
Hemsworth.
he's good. He's not bad.
I don't know. Who else could you put in there?
I reckon go John Bernthal, go the Punisher. Just
John Bernthal.
go
Fuck, I
John
love that
Bernthal.
guy.
Yeah, I
He
love
should
it.
be more of an action star, I think.
Well,
could
isn't
do
he? Isn't he making his movie debut like as the Punisher? He's going to be in Spider-Man as Punisher.
it? I hope so.
No, he is.
Oh, no, he
The
is.
Pun-
No, he
yeah,
is in the new
he's
one.
going to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
in
yeah.
in what's it called? Not No Way Home.
Yeah, I know. It's a new
But
one.
he's going to be in that. So yeah, I agree.
I think they need to push that guy. They need action
Yeah.
stars, man. Like
Yeah,
there's nothing like the Rock.
but it's because
He
they do
makes
series, Dino.
action movies, but they're just not too good. They're not good enough.
No.
The
No,
Rundown was the last fun Rock movie.
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
action movie.
Yeah, I agree. Because he started doing
Can't think
kiddie
of anything
things and
else.
like, listen,
Yeah.
I truly believe John Bernthal and what's his name that does Reach are the two best action stars, and they're in series though. They're not even in
that guy's
movies.
good too.
Yeah, I like Alan Richardson. Even
Yeah.
Henry Cavill could do it. Even someone like that. Just
I love Statham too, man. He's good,
yeah,
but
no, he could do it.
but I feel like he's making too many of these shitty. You know what? Like he doesn't make shit movies. Actually, he makes a lot of good movies. It's just all the same sort of plot, and he's always the
Yeah,
same
of course.
character.
Oh
Every
yeah,
single one of them.
the
I reckon he'd be a good time cop, man.
You know who? Yeah, he'd be good. You know who'd actually be okay as well. We said John Bernthal, Richardson, Statham. What's his name? Tom Hardy. Someone like that. Like just
Yeah,
he could do it. Like someone like
yeah. That'd be
'Cause
more of a
he's-
serious movie.
yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like I reckon if they serioused it up a bit, Time Cop. Like even Henry Cavill, like he does The Witcher and that. When he's action, he's really good. Like
yeah.
you could do. But then again, these guys are. I agree. We've lost I think the action stars are back in series now, which is a shame because you missed that box office thing. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know where it happened, but the world thought, oh, we need to bring things direct to streaming instead of in the cinema. That to me is the dumbest decision
Yeah, they fucked things up a bit.
Hollywood's ever made. Like, fuck, bro. Like, nothing beats going to the cinema, man.
Well, when's the last time you've been?
What was the last thing I watched in the cinema?
Because I used to go once a month, I'd say.
Me and George, like growing up, we used to make it was a pact. We used to go every Monday night together, me and my brother. Like, and then it started dying down. Yeah, and then we started doing like that once a month, and and then it's like once whatever you got a partner and that, like Jess, it's got to be a movie we both want to watch now to go. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I've got to go. Yeah. You know, like that's what it gets to, bro. So, but anyway, with any final takeaways before I bring up the new and improved Will?
Oh, you know what? Time Cop, good film, good oldie. It's nostalgic. Van Damme, probably one of his last good films.
Yeah, probably like you said, arguably the last.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's silly. He kicks a guy's arm off.
Oh, the best.
He does the splits into a kitchen bench.
He does the
It's worth
splits into a
watching
kitchen
that.
bench. He somehow stops a rollerblader with a direct kick, holding it to the face with the best core strength you've ever seen in your life. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
And that's what upsets me about the scene at the end. You know, when he comes back and he's like, "This is for what you're gonna do." It's like, man, you just took away the best moment of young Van Damme's life. With
But that's another thing. Like he altered time
of course,
there too,
That's
because
right.
before he would have had to stop and remember how there was that moment where he asked the guy to give the bag back and all
That's
that, and
right.
his wife's watching all of that stuff.
That's
but
right.
It's bypassed. So doesn't that like change something else?
Of course it
don't
does.
think?
Of course.
So I don't know.
Anyway.
whatever.
Anyway, I'm going to bring up the will and it will come up on.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
be able to see it on the screen if you're watching
Oh,
it.
Will.
This is the new and improved Will, Dino. Wait till you see this. It's
I'm gonna
and
freak out.
listen, I just went through movies and put them on there myself this time. I didn't ask. But next week I'll get a list from the boys because there's going to be 4 of us. I'll get 2 movies from each or something. But here's the new and improved Will. It should come up on your screen soon. You get to it. I see it.
Oh, there it
It's
is.
got pictures. It's got pictures. We're gonna click it.
Oh.
Here we go.
A couple of different films in there, right?
Ah, let's go. Let's go.
Let's do
Bang,
it.
bang, bang.
Don't say anything's one's delayed.
Oh, I love this movie, bro. Dude, I love this movie.
Oh, whoa! I haven't seen this in a while. Who chose this?
I just picked it.
That's not a bad film.
That's a real good
I actually
movie.
enjoyed it. I watched that a few times when I was when it first came out.
A Knight's Tale,
Knight's
guys. Heath Ledger, A Knight's Tale. I think it's actually one of his like. Listen, I don't think he made many bad movies, to be honest, Heath Ledger, because he was young and.
No, he made a few good ones. I think this is his more entertaining ones. Like you could watch this movie over and over. Like
It's like fun, serious.
Fun.
It's like
yeah, it's fun.
All right, so next week, A Knight's Tale. There you go, guys. A Knight's Tale. How long's it been since you've seen that?
I would say easily over 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while for me too. I haven't seen it for a while. I don't know. With Chris, with Chris, it's like don't even know if he's seen a movie. George has 100% seen it because we used to watch it together.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
yeah,
Keith.
Heath Ledger, guys. One of the great Australian actors. Next week, Knight's Tale should be fun. What else, man?
Nothing really. Just counting down the days before I go on holidays.
Yeah, well, you're
You're
gonna be away for a month. Dino is gonna be away for a month, guys, coming up. So I'll be getting the ring-ins. Well, next week is gonna show. Chris is gonna be here. Listen, we'll give it away. George is gonna be here too. There's gonna be 4 of us, so they're gonna be the ring-ins, aren't they? They're gonna be coming in for that month, and
the ring-ins.
yeah, they're the ring-ins. We'll call them. You know what we'll call them? So for that week, the first week, you know what we're gonna do?
The replacements.
That's what we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch the replacements. The first week they're on.
Oh,
You
okay.
read my mind. That's what we're gonna watch.
I just said it. Oh, it's like,
Yeah,
that's what they are.
yeah, but that's what we'll do. The first
Oh,
week,
that's fun.
it'll be the replacements. That's because George loves that movie too. So, next week, Heath Ledger, A Knight's Tale. Thanks everyone for coming in. If you're rewatching it, please like, share, subscribe.
Arm chafing is wild.
Arm
Arm chafing is not wild. Any chafing is not good, Chris.
Listen, guys, tell you, we were at my dad's 80th, and we decided to go out the back and play basketball after we'd had quite a few drinks.
Yeah.
And Dino's shooting the basketball in this, nice buttoned-up shirt, and then he just goes, "Man, I can't move my arm. Chafing is
I couldn't,
unbearable."
it was just like scraping. I shot so many times that I caused some chafe on my under the bicep area.
That wasn't even the funniest part to me. Do you know what was even funnier than that? Later on, Chris stood in that door where the air conditioner was, and
what do you mean later on? He stood there all night, man.
Yeah, no, but he told
me about it too.
He told every person that walked past. So it didn't matter. He told 100 people because it was doubles and triples how good it was in that. So he was like, "This spot's wild."
It's the spot of the night, man.
The spot of the night. I loved it.
We had the spot.
Yeah, he had to tell everyone. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Zakel says hi, KP and Dino. I like how Zakel does your Dino. Is that Dean?
Oh,
Yeah, Dean
that's it, bro.
And everyone on the chat tonight. Thanks for coming in.
Fun.
Yeah, who cares? As long as it comes out Dino, I don't care how it's spelled. But
It's pronounced Dean. Oh, yeah.
exactly, Dino. That's right. So, yeah, thanks everyone for joining in. Please join in next week. I think it's a bit of a. What does that movie come out? It's a bit of an off-the-cuff movie, isn't it? A Knight's Tale. It's not a.
I wasn't expecting that one. I wasn't expecting it, but
No.
I'm happy that we're watching it. I haven't
Do you
seen it
know
for a while.
which one I was gonna put,
It's a
and I
good
put
film.
Knight's Tale instead of it? I was
What?
gonna put for you. I was gonna do, and then I was gonna put Dragonheart,
Oh shit!
but
Next
I'll
time.
do that next time. Put it on the next wheel. But I was like, nah, we'll go Knight's
Yeah,
Tale, just a bit
next one.
whatever. But
What we
yeah,
should do it. Yeah. Yep.
now go say it.
No, I was gonna say. So what are we gonna replace that one that we pick every week, and then they just keep on spinning the same ones, or are you just
Well,
adding
listen,
random ones?
I'm gonna remove A Knight's Tale and leave all those ones next week, and
That's
we'll
what I was
just
thinking. Is that
yeah,
what we're
we'll
doing?
add every time one goes, we'll take it off. But I'm not gonna remove the other ones because I'm just dying for the day it falls on Burbs. I'm not
I
gonna
was a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit upset that it hit the Knight's Tale.
listen. 1 week, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna put the wheel right. This no word of a lie, and I was just gonna put the Burbs. That's it, and just press.
Yeah.
Because
Or it's all
we've
the
been
birds and
talking,
then
yeah,
Commando in one of them and see if it
yeah.
hits Commando.
Because we've been talking about the Burbs for 3 weeks. On Saturday night, we talked about the Burbs for fucking 2 hours with Luke. I think.
I can't wait to see it, rewatch
Yeah,
that movie.
so
That's the best.
we got to get the
Fucking
Burbs
awesome.
up. But listen, guys, thank you so much. Take it easy. We will see you next week. I'm not sure if there's a podcast this week. I don't know our schedules and that, but there will definitely be one on Monday night for Movie Buff Banter. Dino,
Yeah, boy.
yeah, boy, you're a quiet boy, man. You're a quiet boy to me.
Quiet boy.
All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.
See you guys.